intrepid vanguards, your queen is ill. She is gravely ill. I need you to go out and do stuff.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So glad you could join me. We are in Smalland, and we're currently at the start area, kind of like a basic tutorial area. This is Virgil, and he's going to tell us to check out all the owl effigies and to go find Captain Herney. So as we make our way out of the burrows through here, we can pick up lots of resources and learn a few things from more of the owl effigies. The owl effigies can be found all over throughout the world, and they give us tips and tricks on how to survive and what we might need to do next. As we pick up different resources and lay down different workbenches, it will unlock more recipes. Hey, we just unlocked the pet whistle and the fire arrow. So I guess as the story goes, we used to live above ground, but then the giants, or humans, came along and we moved underground. Now that all the humans are gone, we're starting to venture back outside. But as you saw in the very beginning, our queen has fallen very ill, and our king is sending us out to find a cure for her. So I'm going to finish collecting everything we can in here, then we'll go out and talk to the elder and to Herney's and maybe a new set of armor. Alright, here we are in the elder's chamber, and there's the elder right up ahead here. So as we talk to the elder, he tells us that somebody has stolen the key to the walnut chest, and he wants us to go check with some of the other vanguards to see if we can figure out what's happening. Alright, one last stop to make before we head out into the wild open. This is the first vanguard we come across, and he is Hernest Manakavi, otherwise known as Hern. So we need to grab a little bit more fiber so that we can make a set of padded armor, and then we can venture out into the wild open. So old Hern here, he'll craft us padded armor or just some regular armor. The padded armor does not have as much protection as the regular armor, but I think for now we're going to go with the padded armor. Just so you know, the light armor does give you a speed boost though. And now our journey begins. And throughout this first part, we're going to be grabbing lots of materials. I haven't decided if I want to build on the ground. However, I think we're going to build in a tree first, because as we move around, we can teleport our base from tree to tree with us. And then that way we can farm the dog snot out of each biome before we move to the next one. Now that we've got enough materials collected, we can go ahead and make a wood club, a builder's hammer, which will unlock some more recipes, a wood hatchet, and a torch just in case we get caught out in the dark. And by making the builder's hammer, we'll be able to unlock the campfire, the workbench, the simple bed, and a simple storage chest. Now that we have our basic hatchet, we can also grab some mushrooms for the food source. So we jumped across the river there. We did manage to pick up a bottle cap and 2 screws, but I think I want to build our first little base in one of the trees right around here. I don't know if we're going to stay in this one though, because there's a lot of bees around here. Maybe we'll head over to this other tree and we'll build in that one. Oh yeah, and we did throw down our workbench temporarily just so we could repair everything. As long as you repair your items before they get too damaged, it's a cost-free repair. I think I'm going to pick this tree right here because there's a lot of rye around here that we can harvest for seeds, which will help us make refined wood. We found ourselves a bull ant, so hopefully we can take them down with our janky little wooden sword. And yes, that wasn't too bad. And yes, we've got our bull ant mandible. That'll help us make the mandible pick. Once we craft the mandible pick, we'll be able to harvest stone and I believe the flint nodes, which will then unlock some pretty awesome items for our early gameplay. Looks like it's starting to get dark out, so I think we better start heading up this tree so that we can claim it and set up a small little base. Now for your first time claiming a tree, you have to climb all the way up to the top to claim it, which that'll then allow you to build on it and use the hot air balloon to get up and down. Oh, and we better eat some of the mushrooms we harvested earlier before we starve to death. Once your nourishment level drops too low, you start taking damage and it'll start eating away at your health. Something I think is pretty neat in this game is you don't actually level up your character. Instead, you advance the quality of your tools, your weapons, your armor through different workbenches and talking to different vanguards throughout the lands. There are, however, some foods and other items that you can cook up that'll give you some bonuses to your stamina, your health regen, and your nourishment abilities. This is a bit of a tedious climb all the way to the top of the tree, so I will meet you up there. So yeah, there were a few butt-clenching, sweaty palm moments getting up here, as we almost missed a few jumps. Now we can talk to our gnome effigy, claim this tree as ours, and that'll allow us to ride the hot air balloon up and down, so that we don't need to climb all the way back up here again. Ugh, climbing. Ugh. Alright, this tree is now ours, and anything we build up here will be teleported to us when we go to any other tree in the lands. And our hot air balloon even comes with its own little tree butler. Another interesting thing is they give you so much room to build up on top here. You can build out on those branches and all over in the wide open space. Although I think for right now we're just going to start with maybe a 2x3. That should give us enough room for a bed, a workbench, maybe a couple storage chests, and our campfire right off the bat. Oh yeah, home sweet home finally. Now we can cook up our ant heads and our mushrooms into ant skewers and mushroom steaks. Now we can craft our mandibular pickaxe. Unfortunately though, it looks like we're going to have to get some chitin before we can craft the crude hatchet. I'm going to do a little inventory organizing and then I will see you in a couple minutes. With our mandible pickaxe, I want to grab some stone and then maybe go up and see Caleb and start working on getting our stone armor. And we found a nice big deposit of stone around here. We're just below Caleb, right along the edge of the creek. Whoa, excuse me, I'm trying to do some work here. And you brought all your buddies with you too. We'll show them how powerful our mighty wooden sword is. Any more of you ants want to put up a fight around here? Usually they come in 3, but I've seen them in groups of more than that. Okay, back to collecting stone. I don't know what we're going to need to make a set of stone armor yet, so we'll go talk to Caleb up here. We'll see what we need for a set of stone armor. Maybe we can make one piece anyways, but that'll give us the recipe and the item list in our compendium, so that we know what to bring back if we want to make the full set of stone armor. Looks like all we're going to need is some stone, some fiber, and some resin to make the full set. We don't have enough on us right now, so we'll just make the mask, and then if we want the rest of the armor, we can always come back and make it later. Let's get out of here, head back to our little base. It's starting to get dark out. I don't want to be stuck outside when it's dark because all of the bugs out here will become more aggressive towards us. Of course, we can't just run straight back to base. We've got to find some bugs to fight first. Or rather, the bugs are going to find us. Fighting the ants aren't too bad. At least we're getting ant heads, which we can make ant skewers with. And what's a trip home without aggroing the bees in the neighborhood? I don't know, did I aggro them? Do they want to fight? So put the sword away, show them, nope, no, they want to fight. Get the sword out. I don't know if I can take on a whole bunch of bees at once. Not with our little teeny wooden sword anyways. We're just going to run like hell and hope they leave us alone. I think they backed off. I think we lost aggro with them. We should be okay. Maybe now it's safe to say, I'll meet you at the top of the tree. Alright, welcome back to the top of the tree. We made it home safe and sound. I wish they'd make a door a different color on this. That grass door blends right in with the walls too much. So anyways, I'm going to do some inventory sorting here, repair all my tools. Then I'm going to sleep through the night, get some off-camera farming done, and then when we come back in the next episode, we'll go looking for some chitin and hopefully find another vanguard out in the wilds. But anyways, I'm RJ. If you guys enjoyed this, please slap that thumbs up button. Maybe hit that subscribe button while you're at it. When you guys hit that subscribe button, it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And as always, I hope to catch you in the next one.